to tighten the noose over on the B side of the map. It's allowing them to trade away some positions. They also have connector controlled, so no reason for any players to be on long on the A side. This is such a constrictive formation that Big have in play, but Entropiq still have a little bit of firepower up their sleeve. And with Crimbo only having an MP9, if he falls down, a lot of the positions may very well be forced to rotate instantly. But because he's in this forward position, he's hearing footsteps, and now he's going to get the upper hand. Nickelback goes in first, spray down. 2 kills go the way of Crimbo, and that should be good enough.
It's a bomb spotted as well. So now what do Entropiq do? Are they going to pivot back towards the beat? Looks like that's the answer. As for the side of Big, even though they have a player towards bathrooms, they will have to send one back. That is syrson with the op towards the long position. So if they're able to somehow get the opening pick here towards the B bomb site, this could still potentially be between, in the realms of possibility for Entropiq.
Yeah, this round's not done just yet. It's getting close though. The curtain is coming down. Can it be stopped though and stagnated? No, syrson at range with the AWP puts it to use. And Elian, who has a ton of opportunities, not able to take any of them. So Big lose Crimbo, but he only had an MP9, and they have secured their 3rd round in a row.
And more importantly, right, they've been winning these rounds very convincingly as well. So despite the fact Entropiq went on that really hot streak of rounds, Big have not only kind of brought it back, they're just 1 round away from tying things up, but they've also built up a very solid foundation when it comes to the money. So even if they do lose a round, they're in no immediate danger for having to go for, just a very light force buy and whatnot. Great stuff coming up from syrson as well there. But here we go. The buy going to be coming in once more for Entropiq. Once more, it's going to be Elian, the AWP in his hands. A bit more of a slower approach. They know that Big have been poking and prodding towards the long position, and it's simultaneously taking fights towards the monster area. This time Big are going to be a little bit more tempered in their approach. That being said though, Tapson, he has been a bit quiet by his very lofty standards, and if syrson falls back, he's going to be isolated.
And syrson may be forced back because of Molotovs being tossed in, but there's the flashbang, and there's the follow-up. He said he's been quiet, and now he comes out with a bang, swinging for 2. His only real play before this was that heroic last stand on the A site when he picked up that double spray and the transfer. But if he gets rolling, he is a terrifying prospect on Entropiq. And considering they started off at 4-0, Blair, we're starting to get a bit concerned over Big and what their stature was here on Overpass. Man, they've bounced back with a serious bunch of authority, and they're making Entropiq sweat this one. To make matters worse, syrson holds his line in bathrooms, and it may not just be a 4th round, but also a clean sweep for Big, which is going to build up their economy so huge.
Oh, absolutely. That's such a great round. It's such a beautiful flashbang being hurled by Crimbo, right? Like, he's doing everything. We've seen him pretty much single-handedly shut down some of his B-side plays, and that flash was just timed to perfection. They knew Tapson was in a very uncomfortable position. They knew syrson couldn't go for the repeat after he missed his first flick shot there, right? And you could see the incendiary being lobbed in to his captain's position, and the flash timing could not have been better. We know Tapson's more than capable with the rifles, and especially when both their opponents are so very blind, there was absolutely no chance that he was going to not get those 2 kills. So Big, they tie things up. But more importantly for me, I'm going to reiterate what I just said there. The fashion in which they've been winning these past few rounds have been very, very cool indeed. We have an average of about, what, $6,000 in 4 of the players. syrson, the opper, with an op in his hands on 8,400 as well. They are looking very comfortable right now.
Oh yeah, a far cry from the first few rounds, and I don't believe that Entropiq have got a bomb plant in these last 4 either. They've been timed out twice. They've just been completely repelled. Additionally, hence the tactical timeout. They're realizing that this has been going awry. And their money situation as well, Blair, is pretty bleak. Forrester saved the AK. He's down to $250. But apart from him, they can't really do much about this. You're expecting maybe some pistols to be picked up. Obviously, they do have max round loss bonus just around the corner. So on the T side, they'll be afforded opportunities to get those AKs and AWPs out if they want them. But what a turnaround.
Looking way more convincing, our Big. And again, it's not just about, one individual popping off. Like, we've seen someone like syrson just completely take control of the game, right? But no, it's been everyone chipping in, just good synergy overall with the defense. They're doing a very, very solid, proactive defense, right? Being aggressive, just making Entropiq feel uncomfortable and asphyxiated on this T side. It's a far cry. Like, if you're tuning in right now, you're like, yeah, Big's in complete control. This is a far cry from the first few rounds where Entropiq were definitely firmly in the driver's seat. There is still this AK to work with, though, for Forrester. The only problem is has been whittled down to 23 HP. Spots the player, that's Tizian, but unfortunately, it doesn't get the kill. Now, I gotta remember, Favin's positioning over here. He's been here so many times, Vince, but he's actually never had the opportunity to get any kills.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, because most of the action has gone through on the monster side. And there's a boost up. Now, they tried to go for the boosting connector, and they flubbed it a few times, so Favin actually heard that and relayed the information to the rest of the teammates, and the rest should be a formality. As Mia was dropped the AK from the low Forrester, but now he has bit the dust for the last time in round 9. syrson, the meanwhile, puts his AWP to use, but traded back is Tizian from Elian. Keeping this round at least in the realms of possibility. It's unlikely they get anything done, but Forrester has put another headshot in, and suddenly this is getting a little bit tentative. 25 seconds left. Molly is good, but gets extinguished, and now it's down to that man Forrester. The first player to take any damage in this round has to go full circle. Player up in heaven looking to try and remove the head. Takes it down. He's got 15 seconds, and he has a good idea as to where Crimbo currently resides. One bullet onto Forrester could seal the deal, but he clutches it down with 23 HP.
That is so well done by Forrester. Oh, that is sick stuff. 20 seconds he needed to cross. Spots the player inside of Heavens and just clean taps coming out there. He could have even gone for the bomb plant behind a pillar. He could have still played out the 1v1, but goes for the duel and just brilliant stuff. And 23 HP, like you said, Vince. Just one bullet in almost any part of his body, he would be done for. Tapson had so many opportunities there, but not a single bullet finds Forrester. And in the end, taking out both Crimbo and Tapson to clutch it out. That's a round Entropiq had no business losing. And a bit of a reminder for Big, you know, they might have gotten a little complacent after those 4 rounds they run in a row.
I think it's a tap on the shoulder as well, that like Entropiq may be down, but never truly out. These guys are very individually skilled. And Forrester, been a bit overshadowed a couple of rounds here. Likes of Mia really pulling their weight. Krad's had a couple of massive entries, but he's up to the task as well if he needs to be. But syrson now locks it down in bathrooms. That's the bomb that gets spilled down additionally. And syrson can moonwalk his way out of the smoke into bathrooms, and he is scot-free. Elian, though, will return the favor. But Tizian's right there again. Just a death by 1,000 paper cuts mentality, hit and run. Guerrilla warfare coming in for Big, and it's another one onto Krad. Sent a mass shot, and the round will be put in its place. And Big will be thinking that's how the last round should have gone too. So maybe making amends for that previous mistake.
Yeah, and syrson, just great stuff coming out from him. But even if he got taken down, Big, they weren't just content playing the default. We saw the wraparound coming in from Connector as well. And that's something which has actually worked out in Big's favor quite a lot of times, just having that short control, right? Even if they don't get any kills from that position, there's so much information being gleaned. And the flank, even if syrson hadn't hit that 3rd shot, Krad was definitely, his days were numbered. And with that, all right, Elian with the AWP, the rest of them pistols all around. And aggression coming out from the CTs. Ooh, this could get punished. This could be very heavily punished by the side of Entropiq, and they're looking to hold W. You gotta remember, there is that AWP in play. That's just unreasonable from Tizian.
Oh, Nickelback can't catch a break, can he? We've seen so many smoke shots as well in this game. There is a boost up over, but Tizian just wiggles his way out of Monster, and he will be okay. It's that constant aggression, though, Blair, that you've talked about a couple of times here, especially on the short B side. It's like Big are always moving. They're always trying to do something slightly different. Pull the punch, bit of misdirection, bit of mischief. And it's been a huge reason as to why they've picked up so many of these rounds. He's seeing the ankle, he's seeing the feet as they dart across. And Crimbo will get in for the spray. Favin in the meanwhile, though, did he just wallbang? Krad through the wooden panel in the head.
It's so unreasonable. I really liked what, I mean, that particular